Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. In case you missed my live going live earlier, I was doing story time. Normally I do it on Fridays, but I thought I'd do a little switch up. So everyone's welcome to come in. I hope you enjoyed. This is a live stream reviewing of the story Wink, Poppy, and Midnight. The three characters. And what's odd about this story in this book, there's no chapters in it. The character switches up on different stories and different scenes. If you all have ever read books like that, this is a good book, but it's kind of crazy. It's mixed with crazy and thriller and everything. And we're going to talk about Wink, Poppy, and Midnight. And we know it talks about bullies. It's talking about the hero, who the hero was in it. And now we're on the part of the villain of the book. We went through the bullying, the hero, the bullying. Now we're discussing the villain of the story. And Midnight was in love with Poppy. Poppy and Midnight were 16 years old. They lived on the same community. They were neighbors and grew up. Midnight, on the story where I stopped at, just moved. He's only 2 miles away from Poppy. So he's trying to get over her now. He's been in love with this girl since they were kids, and they're growing up. They were 16. They're getting older now, and he moved hoping he can forget about her and move on. He wants to move on and maybe like someone else in the future. But this book, it switches. It's not like in chapters. It's like a play. And the three characters, they switch back and forth. So you have to kind of pay attention to the character's role. 1 minute you're going to be talking about Wink, next minute it's Poppy, and then the next thing you know it's Midnight. They kind of go back and forth with the characters in this story. And where I left off at is Poppy, of course. At the end it says, we'll go back to this last little bit before we go on Poppy. I was done being a sucker. And this is talking about Midnight. Everybody walked over Midnight. And he would always try to be kind and show us compassion toward the girl he liked, which was Polly. He says he's done being a sucker. And this old house nestled between apple trees and pine trees in a shadowy, forgotten corner of the mountains. It was the first step to my freedom. My freedom from Poppy. He's ready to move on and just put her, I guess, into the past. Because he felt the same way. He had feelings toward this girl, but Poppy didn't love him. She pretty much was kind of mean, bullied him, and said hurtful things to him. And he was blind and thought she felt the same way. Here we go. Back to where we're talking about Poppy. I would have given it to Leaf the second he asked for it. This is talking about when their first time. You know what happens there between the birds and the bees type riddle. You got little children around. You don't want their ears or eyes to hear certain pieces of this book. It's very blunt-minded. It's for young teen adults. It's like a thriller, sci-fi type audio book. Just to give you generic what it's about. I would have given it to Lee the second he asked for it. Except he never, ever, ever did. So I gave it to Midnight instead. Midnight and his big droopy eyes, his heart hanging out of his chest, the size, the softness, the kisses, I hated him for it. Really, really hated him for it. Hated, hated. Hated, hated, hated. I don't usually like that word hated. It's not a good word, isn't it? My parents still thought I was a virgin. They never discussed, you know what, in front of me. They refused to acknowledge that I've grown up because they wanted me to be their stupid little angel baby forever. And it made me rage, rage, and rage inside. All the time. All the time. I wore the shortest skirts I could find. Hello, work world. I'm having a great day. How about you? I do different story times, different things on my channel. My main channel is about me as being a writer. I love writing. Of course, I love using YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. And wanting to just get the more growth in my channel. I want to give you a shout out and thumbs up for subscribing me. It means a very, very great deal to me. And I did the same also for you. I appreciate that. And I hope you having a great Thursday afternoon as well. How was your Easter? Did you have a great Easter? My Easter was pretty good. Hold on one second. I keep getting phone calls lately. One second. Stay tuned. Hello? Hello? Somebody named Jenny calling for long distance, but yet it says South Carolina. It had an 803 number on there. Very nice. It was nice weather my end. How about yours? You have good weather your way? Had to deal with storms and tornadoes. Boy, it got rough here last Friday. We had a little bit of rain and wind damage, nothing major, thank goodness. My Easter was good. I spent my Easter writing, studying, trying to come up with more ideas and brands and outlining characters. I finished my rough draft book. It took me 3 years just to get it rough draft because I had to redo it from moving. Some rude exes from my last exes just thought they could have the tendency and throw my stuff out. So I kind of had to start over. I finished the rough draft the end of either December or January of 2018. Now I'm just having to go back, editing some stuff, change some things around, get more outlining my characters, and I finally ordered me a copy, Save the Cat Writes a Novel. And if you're a writer and don't have that copy, you need to order it because it helps all of us writers out there. It's like a roadmap to us writers. It's really helpful. But my Easter was great. It was wonderful. In this video, I done a live stream doing story time of Wink, Poppy, and Midnight. There are 3 characters, and in this book, they kind of switch around. There's no chapters in here, so it can get confusing. It's a thriller, sci-fi for younger teens, or it can be adults. And I'm just reviewing for where I did the story time earlier. A lot of people miss it. My bestie comes on. He usually shows a lot of support. Appreciate you're here. And I just kind of guide people because a lot of people that's new starting out don't understand what it means between watch time hours. Some of them talk about subscribers. The watch time hours is like now when you're going live. If you can get your audience to stay on at least 10 minutes of your video, that's going to build your watch time and you be consistent. You can say you can do 1 video per week or twice a week. And I have the TubeBuddy, I have the Video IQ, and they're both connected, both extensions, and it helps grow your channel. And if you comment, just like I do, I intervene to other people's channels. Never saw them before, never met none of them, just off of YouTube. I just jump right in and I start commenting, sharing my ideas, or trying to get tips from other people as writers, just in general, that's trying to grow their channel. And that's how you grow. Yes, I try to be. I try to keep that negativity to the curb. There's some videos where I felt down. And I realized you shouldn't get on your videos and talk about negativity because people want to see you positive. They want to hear positive thoughts come out because they can be down and they want to find that certain video or that certain person on how to be positive, how to get that negativity turned around. I'm inspiring. A lot of my videos are inspiring, trying to lift others up. A lot of people get that messy head. They get stuck in that messy head moment. They're trying to find ways to get out of it. I do videos on, I take notes, how to set goals, notes on how to get out of that stuck, messy head writer's way, what they call a writer's block. We all go through that. I still do. But I keep trying to think of titles. I think of ideas. I write it straight down like a poem. For instance, patience. I write the whole word down, patience, straight down. And then whatever comes to mind with the letter P, I write it out. When I get all the way down to patience, I either make a story or I make a song. I'm just now starting to write music. Whew, very challenging. But my bestie got me back doing it. I've known him since AP. It's called allpoetry.com. You go over there, you sign up. It's free. You can actually pay if you want to help keep the site going. Some people pay for it, but I do on the free part because it's just help keeping my flowing going. I get other writers' advice, get a lot of followers, feedback. You can go, if you sign up for it, you sign in, you add me as Sexy Blonde, SXYBLONDE124. That's the way you find me. Follow me and check out my pieces on there and see what you think. I do make a lot of mistakes in my grammar. That's why I ordered to Save the Cat Writes a Novel. It helps you figure out where you at with your characters. If you're having structure problems in like outlining your stories or figuring out who the hero in your story is or the villain, this book's talking about the heroes and the villain and the bullying. It's a lot of darkness, rudeness, all in one. And I know a lot of people are into books like that, so I thought I'd come over and go live and tell the story of it. Now I'm reviewing the three characters because you can get really lost in this book right here. It's called Wink, Poppy, and Midnight by April Genevieve. It's hard to pronounce the last name, Tucholke. I have trouble sometimes pronouncing names or author, but I like to review them and discuss them in case someone else wants to order this book, or I do free giveaways. I've done 2 so far on my channel. I might be having a free giveaway coming up. I don't have a certain date on that yet, but just stay tuned. It's going to be fun. Thank you very much. So, and I know I have messed up and got on there before when I got down, started saying, if y'all don't subscribe me, if you don't stay on enough, you're going to miss the important sections of what my channel is going to be about or what my upload's going to be about. And I do it nice, just the way you hear me now. I'm nice, easygoing, flowing. Sometimes I get tongue-tied on a certain word I can't get out. But I'll admit, hey guys, help me out. Ooh, I made a little mess up. I kind of got tongue-tied. Any tips here? I throw that in. It's not really negative, but it's putting a sort of like a funny gesture, sense of humor into it. If you do it that way, that'll keep people coming on your videos as well. You throw in some of that humor along with your video. That way they don't see all the negativity. Hey, this lady's funny. She's not just boring, just straight to the point. She's throwing humor out there with it. So I try to throw in some humor in my videos. But my main passion is being a writer. And one day my goal is, I pray so much about it and I need more prayer, is to get my book published. I'm kind of stuck on that. And what I mean by stuck is it's kind of a little fearsome, kind of a little bit of nervousness going on the way because you took so long with this certain book. It's a book. It's titled Emma and Her Mom Jane. They're both writers. They have struggles. They have downs because the father, which Emma's parents are divorced, he never believed in the daughter or his wife as their dream of being a writer. And that caused some kind of marriage problems. He left, did his own thing, and it was the daughter that perked the mother up, which is her mom, Jane, that told her she don't need to quit what she loved doing. And on her job, she worked through a newspaper copying company. So she had to do a lot of blogs and stuff with the company. But on her job, instead of doing the newspapers, the straight up newspapers, she wrote for the Dear Abby columns. That's what she did for a living. Emma was still in school at the time for the beginnings of it, and she was a writer. She wrote from her school. She entered into beta clubs, helped out the yearbook. She was a cheerleader. She was kind of popular in school. But she was never ready to date to find that certain boy she liked yet. And I'm not going to spoil the whole book, but that's just basic, some little insights on what my novel's about. It is a novel. It's nonfiction, made up. I'm a writer, so a lot of my thoughts, a lot of my characters goes in the thought of writers, in the mind of writers, because I'm a writer. And I think my favorite character has to be Emma, because she was so strong-minded. She reminds her of me. Because when I got down at certain points in my writing journey, when using her as a character brought me back up. And that's what's keeping my flow going as a writer. Never give up your dream. Say, like your videos about being like piles of thoughts and taking away the negative thoughts away. If that's your dream in your video, keep doing it. Because you have an awesome channel. I want my channel to look good as yours. And I've been doing live stream about 5 to 8 months. But I've been a member of YouTube since May of 2015. And I'm trying to do that little reminder thing where it says you can set up to remind later for people to find you, but some reason that's not working too well. So I do my editing, I go back, I actually rehearse before I go live stream. I do a practice oral upload video, and I go back and play it, and if it don't sound right, I redo it before I actually go live. I do a lot of practicing audio just with my voice, because a lot of people are scared. They got that camera shy. I've done a video how to overcome camera shy with your webcam or your computer or your phone. I did a video on that. And I didn't get a lot of comments. I got some views. A lot of people are shy and don't know how do you comment? I went on the Video Q live stream just a few minutes ago. And he was talking about how to grow more subscribers and viewers and doing the question and answer. And I just popped right in there, and a lot of people liked my suggestion. I told them what I did on one of my videos. I said, that's not a bad idea, at Lisa Pittman. How did you start off doing that? How did you get out of your camera shot? And that's what, boom, it got me put into that video. My attention was toward me, not just on me, but that question. And everybody started pouring in. That's not a bad idea. Maybe we all need to practice. Do a little bit of audio recording, just your voice. Don't do it with the camera yet. Learn it with your voice. Get better with your voice, and then try to do your picture recognition. I was told you grow more on your channel by like me, going live with your picture, but still, you still grow. Your thumbnail's important, your watch time hours, and what your attitude, how your mood is. If I'm in a poor mood, I'm not going to go on a live stream, because all that's going to do is let people look at me in a sour mood, and they're not going to want to stay on. They're going to walk in and walk out. I like to inspire people. I like to get them off their toes and keep them moving. I'm all about inspiring as being that writer, or going on my channel and being that YouTuber. My goal is to get up 1,000 subscribers. But it's not just about that. I don't work for YouTube. I do this freely because I like what I do, and I like to lift people up instead of bringing them down. So if that gives you an idea about who I am, we can relate, because when I went and just popped on your channel, as soon as I subscribed and hit the bell, one of your videos didn't have a comment box, so I had to find another one. And I watched the first 10. I said, wow, 10 minutes of that video is so clean, it's clear. Everything is clear about it. And I'm like, how does she do that? Do you have those special cameras? Because all I have now is my laptop, my phone, my dry eraser board, and a webcam that my bestie actually sent to me for free, just to get practicing more with my angles and stuff like that. And you're going to get a kick at it, because one day last week or a couple weeks ago, I did a video. I was going live, and my camera just drooped, just fell off out of nowhere. A bunch of people got a thrill out of that. I said, ha ha, y'all go ahead and laugh. I made a little joke about it, but I just kept going on my video. A lot of people said, oh, I messed up, and they start freaking out. They just cut it off in the middle of it. Don't let that stop you. Keep going with that video. Even if you make a little error, it happens. It happens on a lot of people's going live. And then I think it was Mondays, it did the same thing, and I didn't realize it. For some reason, I thought my webcam was on, but when it fell off, my external camera cut on. I looked kind of orange, and it was the upload. It showed where my camera fell, and I said, oh my goodness. That don't look good for a thumbnail, showing where my camera fell, but I explained what happened to it. I think that was Monday's video. Some people they laughed about that too. I had some people to come in and just walk back out, but it happens. If they're not interested in being a writer, if that's not something they're looking forward to, they're not going to always be interested in what you got to say on that channel. But I look at it, it's just not always finding what you got in common with that person's channel. Yes, it helps it grow, but it's also intervening and getting to meet other people, getting ideas, seeing what they're doing, seeing how their attitude is on their channel. And that's why I thought, well, hey, a lot of people didn't come on my live stream earlier at noontime, but they can always go back to it. And this one's about just reviewing of it. These three characters are hilarious. You got one is the hero. I think that is Midnight. Then you got Wink and you got Poppy. Poppy thinks she's just the hottest thing. She's the beautiful thing in her school or anybody around. She's just all that. She's also a bully in this book. Midnight is the one that was in love with Poppy. They were both 16 years old, and they grew up together on their block. Midnight moves in the next part where I stopped that he moved. But he didn't move very far. He's only 2 miles away from her. And he's thinking, good, by me moving out in the country, I can get freedom from this girl. He's wanting to forget about her, move on, and so forth. That's where I stopped that. But it's hilarious how they go back and forth with the characters. And this book is not written in chapters, just in the characters. Plots of the characters. They got a hero. They got a villain, a liar in there, bullies. And who is who? That's the question. How are you going to tell who's who from this certain plot, this bullying of this character? And that's what the readers has got to figure out. So it's good, but you got to really, really read it and study the characters to catch on. Because when they switch around, they can confuse you. It did me when I first started reading it. I had to go back to it before I actually started doing story time. And most of the time, my videos live stream, I do story time most time on Fridays. So if you don't catch me doing story time on Fridays, you can catch me either reviewing it, reviewing new authors, or about that book. And that's basically what this live stream is about. And it's funny, it's mean, what some of the things they say to each other. It's got some cuss words. I'm learning about spam. Sometimes I'll throw in spam and not realize, oh, wait a minute. Okay, y'all got to teach me what I'm doing about this spam deal. And I was on Missy Ellie's live stream yesterday, and everybody was cracking up on me. They had a moderator in there, and I forgot his name. He's like, oh, I see spam. We need to get that out. I said, yeah, that was me. I'll call myself out. Even though the moderators know, I let them know I'm not trying to hide anything. Please help. I need all the learning tips I can. And everybody said, "Oh, you okay, at Lisa?" It's okay. Everybody's still working on that. We're working on that too. And it was just hilarious. Everybody was cracking up on me. And Missy L was too. So I go on her channel. She talks about different things, hair, how she's wanting to grow more on her channel, that she is growing. She's up to over 605 subscribers, I think, now. She's doing really well, and I'm proud of her. She's one of my subscribers, friends. Silly Mommy for Life. Mama Floxy Life or Floxy Mama. That's one of my friends, if you're familiar with any of those. So, I mean, you can look and see, if you can see who my subscribers are. I'm not sure. You can learn and get people to add you from my list. And soon I want to collaborate. I want to find a writer out there that can go live while I'm live. We collaborate and discuss each other's book genres, what certain books, we like to read. If you're a writer, where are you at in your writer? Are you stuck? Are you about to go publishing your work? Where are you at on your channel, on your YouTube channel? Do you think you're growing good? Is it slow? My subscribers are slowly coming, so I thank you for that. And to all the others that subscribed me yesterday, a shout out and hugs to you all. That means the world to me. I like giving positive energy because if you're trying to start your channel, so like I'm just started out today, and if I'm just too nervous and I'm all closed up, I was like this on my first camera, believe me. The first three, I bet I did over 5 times and still had to redo it. My first time. And you freeze up and all you worried about, oh, they're laughing at me. What they saying negative. You can't worry about that. Just like the video IQ, the guy Rob said on his lives, you can't worry about how much subscribers you got. That's going to come and go. You're going to gain them and you're going to lose them. They go up and down, just like your channel listings. I like my channel listings on this TubeBuddy. It's very clear. It helps me understand it better than just on the YouTube alone. And I love YouTube. I love all my family, people I've chatted with, people that subscribe me. And I want to grow more of a, what do you call that? A fan base. They said something about if you have a community tab set up, that helps people grow more. I've not figured out the community tab part yet on my channel. It shows video, discussions, video IQ, competitor, because I'm trying to just see how it goes in one video, compete with other videos with the VIQ. And then it's got discussions. And then you're trending. That's all it is on my channel. Then it shows my channel art, how much subscribers I have, and my name. I don't think it shows community on my page. Do you know anything about that, about the community part? Because Video IQ, that's where I just went live. You can go back and check him out. I learned a lot of stuff just off of his live videos or channels. He's teaching me more how to grow. Tell me not to worry about what other people think. Just keep doing what I love. Keep finding that brand. Keep going back, reviewing my channel. See how many viewing I got, how many comment, which is more growing than the other, and then stick to that. So I'm kind of in between, going between both. Between the Storytime, reviewing what I did on Storytime. I've done facial masks with cucumber melon, black charcoal, how to use facial mask, what it does. It's the products that I bought that I thought that worked well for me. I did a lot of question answer videos. They're different things. And some of them tells you should stick to only one brand. But if I do that, like I said, other people might not be into writers, knowing what the writers have to say, what the struggles we go through, and how we're still marching on and continue writing. They don't understand it. You might have someone that's out there into gaming. A lot of gamers out there. Traveler vlogs. Those videos are crushing if you ever watch them. They are really growing on their channel. You don't know about that? You can get extension on TubeBuddy. It's called TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy. It's an extension. You can download it. It's free. And it's connected with your YouTube. And also, you can have video, VIDIQ. That's an extension. And they all connect with your YouTube. It will help your channel grow. It shows more your channelistics, what your watch time hours are. It even shows more of your views and likes when you're going live. It's really helping me out. Thank you. I really appreciate work. You are new and it's nice to meet you. I appreciate the love, support, and you feel free to keep finding me and coming back anytime, and I'll do the same for you. Well, if you all like this live stream video about reviewing Wink and Poppy at midnight, feel free to throw in them likes when you come in or when the video uploads. And if you watch many of my channel, see many videos, many live streams once, sometimes 2 and 3 times a week, you see that I'm compassionate what I'm doing. I'm stick with it and stick to it. That's my motto. Stick with it and stick to it. You keep going. You stay positive. Throw that negativity out to the curb because you don't need it. You keep trying. That's all we can do as YouTubers, and grow and support each other. Grow together as a YouTube family. That's what I want to do. That's what I love doing. And we'll all grow together. You show your love, and I'll do the same. And hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click that bell so you don't miss other videos to come your way. Well, you all have a great Thursday. God bless. If it's reading you love doing, get back to that reading. If it's writing you're sticking to, let's get back to the writing world of life, us writers. And if it's just inspiring someone, trying to bring someone that's not having such a good day, everybody can't always be happy, joy. You find that special thought that's very uplifting and share it. And you never know, those small words goes a long way to that someone. Have a great Thursday. Bye now. And thank you again, World Work. Hugs to you. Take care. Thank you. Bye now.